from the cars, we different in breed, could never deny us. I'm removing the scales from my eyes, I see through the lies they pop. Piper, warfare with spiritual forces, fighting the demons, really for lifers. Karma, with your energy harness.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Coming up, we have a good one for you between the Los Angeles Rams and the Washington Commanders.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Where the road to immortality begins for most teams, we're underway from Wild Card Weekend. Calvin Austin on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
Dive play straight ahead. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. It was Jack Kaiser who got there for the tackle.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Looking in the air here. That's Cox. It's the rookie from Washington State. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
Okay, ready?
1st and 10 from the 32.
Down. Cut.
Looking to throw here. Dump off to his fullback. And this one doesn't go far.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
Here we go, set. Yep, ready?
Thrown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Got it.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
Watch out now. 56, come on, set. 10, cut.
3rd and long, he's going to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after a big gain, but he's not going to get to keep the yards or the 1st down that he picked up either. We got a flag down in the neighborhood of holding. A gain they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Ready up.
So they get dings for the holding. You got to wonder if that changes their call as they line this up for 3rd down.
Blue, ready.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Catch made left side by Judy. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. So 3rd and 16, no problem for them as they get the 1st.
From a great throw to a nice route to catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down from the 42.
Let's go now. 43 rail. Black. 95. Ready?
Right up the gut. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
He's dropping back to throw. And the defense making a play on this opening series. Allen is knocked away, and that brings up 3rd down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a...
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
You're trouble. 38. Right. 38.
Throw here, 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
A successful opening drive, nearing field goal range now. It's 1st down at the 41.
Set. Ready. Hut.
Up the middle they go with Bigsby. He's still going at the 30. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They get 19 on that pickup. And the Rams have the 1st down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play action pass to come.
Okay, break.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Slot man motioned over. They'll run here on 1st down. And he'll gain about 7 on this one as he gets him down into the red zone.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, really break the backs of the defense.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
Set.
They give up the gut to Bigsby. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
You want to drain some of the excitements of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
They have it 1st and goal, an early lead available here in the postseason.
Down. Yellow. 22.
They'll try and punch it in. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
On the double.
Backed up to the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Oh, he's got it. It's in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
Only need one more yard on this opening drive. Here's 3rd and goal.
Ready. 50. Hut.
Back now, pressure coming. And this is going to be good for a Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. So the first lead of our game goes to our visitors, Brock, and I know it is very early, but tough not to have that word upset at least start to creep into your mind just a bit.
You go into someone else's building in the playoffs, this place is big juice. They have been so hyped to get to this game. Yeah, and the odds certainly in the home team's favor, but you go out and score, touchdown in the opening drive, you level it a whole bunch.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Somebody gotta do it. I mean, hey, somebody gotta do it. I change you. Hey, watch it. Do it. He's a vibe outside, dog, from the music. Hey, turn his TV off. And with my type activities, then don't you get involved. Hey, what? How many should I see? Send them off. Take a whistle, take a trip. You know I'm tripping for my dog. Who you with? Couple sergeants and lieutenants for the get back. This revolution been televised. I fell through with the knickknacks. Hey, young, get your chip.
Ready.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. Where's the intensity we expected in playoffs? The defense going big play hunting, and they get him behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Oh, man, it's Marvin Mims. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Washington 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
One quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this.
Ready.
Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. They've got a first to begin the frame.
Here we go. Go.
Running up the middle, Pacheco. He's across midfield into Rams territory. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Hey. Cowboy 80. Let go.
It's Pacheco again. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open, deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
First down from the 42.
Get it. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Ready.
Right back to Pacheco. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
The career's more at stake when you in your prime. That paper, baby, my face on the dotted line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Go! Panther 60, Panther 60.
Throwing his Downs. And it's intercepted. And the Rams get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. 2nd down, they go pass here, and it's intercepted to kill the drive.
And that is one way defensively to get your teammates off the field. That was all about anticipation. Great move there by the defender to take it away and put his offense on the field.
Right?
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Plowing up the middle. Makes a tackle. He's still going. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. First down play, that's him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
On the double.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5.
Let's go now. Ready.
Hand off here for Bigsby. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
I think it's so easy for us up here in the booth or sitting on the couch watching at home wondering, how do those guys fall for that misdirection? But on the field, that play happens so fast and the execution so high for that offense to get a big-time run.
Set. Hut.
Going to the ground again on first. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Set. Hut. 52 blue. 43 rail. Set. Hut.
Hand off to the back. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Offense is set. 1st and 10.
Down. Black. Ready.
This time it's a passing play. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Commanders are stopped a little beyond the 10-yard line on the return.
Their first pick of the game comes in an awfully big moment. Really just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
Okay, ready.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10.
Ready.
Drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he's going to wind up in the red for this play back at the 8. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something, an injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Ready. 60. Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready.
To the air, Dobbs. Completes one to Ben Sinnott. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now we are still waiting for the scoring for anybody really to get going as we hit our 2-minute warning. More coming up from Northwest Stadium. Stick around. what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
18 Rattlers. Here we go. Here we go. Like it.
We'll air it out on 3rd. That's caught for the first. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Line up the design keeper. Behind the line, he lost that football. Picked up by the Rams. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
I'll tell you this, Kate, the duality of quarterbacks in the league today continues to amaze me. It's remarkable how well they can throw it and run it. But in that case, when you turn into running back, what do you got to do? You've got to protect the football at all costs. He doesn't. He gives that defense an extra possession.
Look at this, 9 yards on a nice first down run.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Ready, set, go.
Another carry for it. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, I know 3rd and 1 feels like an automatic running down, but after seeing that last play yield you nothing, this offense and that coordinator's got a seed of doubt. This defense playing some mind games with him.
And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. But the effort still sets him up with a 1st and goal. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
On the double.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
They give it to him again. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That run now has put them in such a great spot, Kate. You get a run like that inside the 1st and goal situations, there's a whole lot of confidence when you break the huddle.
Set, hut, hut.
Back to the well again. Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
Biggest snaps of this opening round of the postseason. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Ready, ready. 40, hut, hut.
Back to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned. That's 6 in the end.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime.
19 Lions. Cowboy 80.
First down, play action. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
On the double.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Get it. Check the Eagles. Check the Eagles.
Looking to throw, Dobbs. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
Buffalo 18, 70 Lions.
Looking to throw. Knocked away, that's going to be incomplete. Defender there, that brings up second down.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Let's go now. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready?
Throwing here just before halftime. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Ready? 70 Timber. Ready?
Back to throw, Dobbs. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on second down.
Six the Eagles. Two.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
You know what I love about that play call? It was simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field. Just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Viking 18.
Now it's Dobbs. It is caught left side. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They gain 11 on that play, and that's good for a Washington first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Ready? Panther 60. Panther 6. Ready?
Here's Dobbs now. Finds his fullback. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Roll. Come on. Set. Let go.
Running right is Pacheco. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range. With each carry he gets, Brock. Hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Ready?
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Get it.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
ready, set.
All right, looks like this is the moment. They're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on 4th.
Cowboy 80.
4th down, pass coming. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Hut.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Ready, right.
Nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Set, hut. Ready.
A give right side. Here's Bigsby. And all they can get is a yard here, but it's going to be 3rd down.